Hello, hello. Hey friends, 𝘃𝗵𝗿𝗲 here. I hope you are doing awesome. In this video, I'm going to share with you how my content attracts people who buy and sells out my offers. This is for you if you want to turn your content into cash flow. Maybe you're creating a lot of content and you're putting value out into the world, and maybe you're getting some engagement and people reaching out to you. But when it comes to actually getting your content to turn people, turn followers, strangers into clients, paid clients, even though you're giving all that value, if you're not getting the calls booked in, then there's some things that you can do that I think this video will really help you with. The reality is, if you're really adding that value, but you're not seeing a return on that, there could be one thing missing. And I believe the bridge that's missing for a lot of people is influence. It's really not enough to just put out valuable content into the marketplace. And by value, I mean, it's actually helping someone to change their lives, right? So we could share some information, we could share some how-to, some tips, some cool stuff. But if people aren't actually going, wow, I need to work with her, then you can just keep posting valuable content forever. It's influence that actually is what inspires people to reach out to you, to want to work with you, to book into your calendar, to private message you and ask you more about what you're doing. If that's what you're looking for, this video is gonna help you. So let's get stuck in. By the way, if you're here live, I would love it if you could pop a hashtag live into the comments, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. Just pop in the comments what thoughts are coming up, what's standing out to you. Always love hearing from you. If you're watching the replay, just pop a hashtag replay into the comments. Always really appreciate it, and I'm grateful for your interaction. So when you know how to attract people who buy, when you know how to get your content to sell out your offers, then your content consistently does what it's meant to do, which is draw the right people through a journey towards working with you. You impact more lives, you make more money. And so this has been a strategy that I've used for pretty much my whole business as soon as I came online. So I was working offline, I was working in a gym, where the way I got clients was by chatting to people and walking around the gym floor and getting leads and ringing them up and booking free sessions. And that was how I got clients. When I turned my business into the online space, the way that I got clients was through sharing content. There are many, many ways you can share content. Obviously, you can do it in writing, you can do it on video, and you can do it on audio. Those are the three main ways of getting content out there in the world. There are many different types of content that you can do. There's so many different types. I actually recommend 20 that we rotate within our community, different ways and angles and different things to do. They all follow, or they all fall into a category of 5 different types of content, because your content has a specific job to do. Each piece of content has a purpose, and when you know what that purpose is, then your content is moving people along the client journey. So there's a lot of different things that go into creating content that gets you clients. This is not a quick fix strategy. This is not like put a post up, get a client straight away. Like, that can happen, but we need to be strategic in making sure that we have a clear content strategy where each piece of content is doing a particular job and moving people through the journey. What I'm talking about in this video, it's less about the actual strategy and more about what to actually put into the structure of your content. Like, how do we actually shift people to become clients in our content, in what we say, whether we're writing it or whether we're saying it. So here are 3 things that I do. There are many, many things I do, but these are three of the things that I've done consistently so that people are constantly booking into my calendar. Number 1, master the art of using compelling language. Master the art of using compelling language. There are 2 distinct types of language we can use in our content: compelling or repelling. And we actually need to do both. So we want to compel the right people and we want to repel the wrong people. And that means we have to have a stance on something. So this compelling language is also known as green language, meaning go language. It makes people want to go. And red language, repelling language, red language, which makes people want to stop. It puts people off, it turns people away, which we actually want to do for the wrong people. So there's words and phrases that we can use which actually compel the right people and repel the wrong people. So let's have a think about compelling language. What makes language compelling? Compelling language appeals to the desires that your audience has. Sometimes these desires are subconscious. I was actually sharing about this in my inner circle tonight. We were talking a lot about status, and I was talking about 9 different types of status increases that people want to have and would invest money to have. So for example, it could be health, it could be wealth, it could be independence, capability. People will invest in a program because they want to feel capable, they want to feel smart, they want to feel intelligent, they want to increase their popularity. These are all things that increase people's status. And so what's happening at a subconscious level below the tip of the iceberg, where people are making decisions consciously, we make decisions under the surface, like unconsciously or subconsciously. And we're always thinking to ourselves when we're about to make a purchase, is this going to increase my status or decrease my status? So if you understand what status people are looking to increase by working with you, you can start feeding that into your content. There are lots of subconscious desires that we have. And it's really, really powerful to use these in our content. A Harvard study showed that 95% of our buying decisions happen subconsciously. So without us even consciously thinking about it. How wild is that? Like, think about something that you've bought where you've gone, that makes no logical sense. Is there something that you've bought and you've just thought, I just need to have that. I don't care what it costs. Have you ever done that? I'd love to hear if you've ever done that. If you've bought a pair of ridiculously expensive shoes, or you've bought a ticket to a holiday that you really, maybe couldn't afford, but you just had to go, or invested in a course or a program or a book, or, what are those things that you've made those decisions because it really appealed to that desire that you have? Because we typically will make decisions based on emotions, and then we back it up and we justify it with logic. So there are a lot of words that we can use that will trigger a emotional response. We want to get our audience emotional. And that is really, if someone feels something and has desire, has emotion, has desire, that's the thing that makes them want to make decisions, makes them want to act, makes them want to reach out and not just go, oh, that's kind of interesting. It's not just nice to have, it's I must have it. Think about those purchases that you've made that you must have. There's a really easy three words. I call it the FEM triad. It's really easy to remember. People want things F, faster, E, easier, M, more. Faster, easier, more. So people want things faster. This is a desire they have for speed, for things to happen in less time. So think about how you can insert that into your content. People want things easier. So people have a desire for ease. They want to save effort and energy and exertion. So how can we show people that it's simple? And then people want more of it, the desire for increase, growth, progress, improvement. So if we can show someone how to get their problem solved faster, easier, and have more of what they want using your content, it will definitely make people want to keep reading and keep watching, which means we really need to understand our audience and understand our ideal client and what they want and give it to them. And by the way, I'm sharing a whole heap of examples of how to do this and diving deep into what to do in my workshop coming up next week. So if you haven't already registered and you want to check it out, pop the word workshop into the comments right now and I'll get the details to you. I'm basically laying out the whole strategy and the structure and the step-by-step plan that you can follow to use your content to get more clients. So this is a little taster of it in this video, but I'm laying it out in a full one-day workshop. So just drop the word workshop in the comments now if you'd like me to send you the details. There's only a few seats left because I've limited it to 30, just 30 people, because I'm providing feedback, and it's an intimate environment. So just comment workshop if you want to know more about it. So we need to master the art of using compelling language. One example of a really powerful way to do this is by naming things, naming the methods and the techniques that you recommend, the things that you do with your clients. When you name things and you turn them into a formula or a game plan or a blueprint or a roadmap, a guide, a cheat sheet, you are basically showing people that you've organized your knowledge. People pay for organized knowledge. And when you put a framework around it, it's more valuable. It adds more curiosity because it's not something people can just go and Google and get tips or put it into ChatGPT. It's something that's unique to you. And so this adds curiosity. And people don't just want more tips. They actually want structured, organized, step-by-step plans and a pathway to follow. So when you name your packages and your resources, and it's no longer just tips, it's actual a tangible tool or a process or a formula or a framework. For example, I've got the client attraction roadmap, the ultimate, what's it called? Content creation guide. I've got for my sales process, the authentic enrollment formula. For every pillar in my program, there's a formula or a framework. I've got the tech toolkit. So toolkits, cheat sheets, all of those tools and resources that you create, if you name them an outcome-based method, it really shows people tangible value. So that's number one. Number two, how my content attracts people who buy and sells out my offer. Share about painkillers, not vitamins. Painkillers, not vitamins. If you want to create content that people read and listen to, like videos that people watch, you need to share in a way that shows them that they need what you offer. That what you offer is a need to have, not a nice to have. We want to show people the cost of not having it. So it's not just, oh, that's kind of nice, that's kind of interesting. So let's talk about vitamins versus painkillers. A vitamin is something that's good for you. Maybe we take them once in a while, maybe we take them every day. We usually take them for a future benefit. Maybe we forget to take them. Maybe we think we should take them. We don't really notice if we miss it. We don't see an instant result if we don't take that vitamin that day. Usually it's preventative, right? So if you're creating a whole heap of vitamin content, it's often missed. People tune out to vitamin content. If you have vitamin content, people kind of scroll by it. And I like to think of it like this way. I don't know if you've had a migraine before, but I get migraines, and if you have that excruciating, debilitating headache or migraine, you don't need a vitamin. You don't need to be reminded or convinced or advertised to that you need a painkiller. You probably are just going to take a painkiller. So what is that pain that your people are in? A painkiller instantly solves a painful problem. What is that painkiller your clients are looking for, and how can you provide that to them? Another way of saying this is sell the dream, get out of pain, not the method. Sell the dream, not the method. That's when people sit on the edge of their seats. That's when people lean forward and start binging your content and consuming it and wanting more. And that's when people really seek you out. Number 3, use elegant influence to help people overcome barriers. Elegant influence. So influence is shifting someone so that they improve the quality of their life. It's inspiring someone to make a new decision. One of my clients said to me once, Kat, I find that I get heaps more engagement when I post funny stuff. Like on my business page, if I post like a cat video, it gets the most likes. I'm not sure if you've ever fallen into that kind of trap of wanting to just entertain people, but likes are not the goal. The goal is to get clients. The goal is to get people to take that next step towards you. And book into your calendar or reach out and send you a message or reply to your email or click on your landing page or download your lead magnet or whatever it is. You want to make sure that your content helps people to actually take action. That's what influence does. It's not about getting people to just consume. It's about getting people to actually take action, because that's how people change their lives, right? So there's a lot of videos. There's millions of videos out there that teach how to do something. They're everywhere on the internet. It's the most searched term on Google and YouTube. We need to remember that. But we've also got to remember it's not just about people learning, it's about people doing. It's about people trusting that when they show up and learn from you, that they're inspired to take action. And you're using your content to actually help them overcome those barriers. So when you're thinking about the content that you want to put out, ask yourself, how can I help them overcome their resistance to change? How can I help them overcome that obstacle that's stopping them actually taking action to do what I'm suggesting? Use your content to do this. If you do this with your content, it does so much of the heavy lifting for you when it comes to sales, because if people are coming on your sales calls and they've got all these objections, it's usually because your content hasn't done its job properly. So we want people consuming your content and actually having their objections overcome, all those barriers, all that resistance, because that's going to hold them back from achieving what they want in life. And that's so important. You know, if you think about why you're doing what you're doing, it's to help people transform their lives, right? And so we want to make sure that your content is really helpful, really relevant, really meaningful to them. It's influential, and it actually inspires people to take action, take new actions, not just entertain them. So that is a few ways that I help my clients using my content to really move along the client journey. When you know how to do this, when you know how to use your content to attract more clients, your marketing becomes a whole heap easier. It becomes more fun. You feel more confident. You actually want to show up more. Everything becomes easier, faster, and more enjoyable. And you really do connect better with your ideal clients. You attract more of the right people to you into your business that you can help. And this is a skill that anyone can develop. When I first started out, I just had no idea that the power of content and the power that creating influential content based on human psychology and based on these subconscious desires, the power that can actually create. So that's why I love sharing these. That's why I run these free workshops, to share them with more coaches and experts, to share this knowledge, because it's what I wish that I had when I first started out. And so this workshop, it's the only time I'm running it this year that I have coming up. It's called How to Get Coaching Clients with Compelling Content. And if you want to attract quality clients online and you want to learn how to do it using content, you don't particularly love sales, you want your content to do a lot of the heavy lifting for you and to do a lot of the selling for you, we can infuse that into your content, which makes your job so much easier. And it basically takes the best of what I've learned from the last 7+ years of consistently creating content to build a 6-figure business. And it really lays it out in a simple formula that anyone can follow. So I'm sharing the strategy, the different types of content. I'm sharing the structure, which is a 7-step formula that you can follow of what needs to go into each of your content pieces to make sure that it's influential. I'm sharing the exact phrases and words to compel and the words that repel the right people. So we want to make sure that your language isn't putting people off. How to get booked out with your soulmate clients, how to make sure that they can find you online, and how to move them along the buyer's journey. And we're going to be doing a whole lot of makeovers, and I'll be giving you examples, and it's really interactive. You'll be not just sitting and listening, but you'll actually be doing. It's a workshop. So if you're interested, just drop the word workshop into the comments now, and I will send you a message and send you all the details. So just to recap how my content attracts people who buy. Number 1, master the art of using compelling language. Number 2, share about painkillers, not vitamins. And number 3, use elegant influence to help people overcome their barriers. Take care, my friends. Great to see you here. I'd love to know in the chat, in the comments, what stood out to you? What did you enjoy? What makes sense? And what was your favorite tip tonight? And in the meantime, before I see you again, keep showing up, keep sharing, and keep shining, because the world needs your words. They matter. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye for now.